Okay, now we've got the crank in, we've got it all tensioned down, we know it's okay that way. We do need to check the crankshaft end float. So the thrust bearings at the back here, they adjust that. You can actually put a fatter thrust bearing in or a thinner thrust washer, something like that. So all we need to do this, look, it's a quick and simple little test. You lever the crankshaft one way or the other, it does not matter which way. Okay, that says 7. We'll just try and 0 it there. And then we'll lever it backwards. And we have 8. That's 0. That's 8. I'll bring the camera right in. So we've got you zoomed in there pretty well. With the crankshaft forward, we're on 0. With the crankshaft back, we're 8, or a little 5 pops up in there, 8.5. So our spec is 2 to 14. I think I'll just check that again. Crankshaft end float, 2 to 14 thou. So with our standard thrust bearings on the crank, we're within our standard. That's on 0. Yep, 8 thou. So we're within spec there, no worries at all. So that's a little quickie, just on checking the crankshaft end float. Once everything's all tensioned down, buttoned up how you'd like it, you just put a screwdriver in, lever it forward one way. Now, when you lever it forward, you can't sort of stretch it or anything like that, it's just not possible. The thrust washer, the flange here pushes up hard against the washer. When you lever him the other way, same thing, the thrust washer here stops it going back too far. So at 8 thousandths of an inch, yeah, look, we're right on spec. Well, within spec anyway. So probably when this engine was new, it was probably down the other end of it. We're at 8 now. We got 6 thou before we're out of range. Now, an interesting thing, I was just reading the Perkins book. Now, it's a proper, genuine Perkins book we're using for our specifications. They're saying that that's what they work with in the factory. So it said you can, if you're doing a major rebuild, just use that as a guideline. But we're using the genuine specs. We're not using an aftermarket manual or anything like that. So there you go. Do that. Now, if that's wrong, say you've got 30 thou. Oh, that's probably a bit over the top. But we've got 18 now. Let's say we've got, we have 8 thousandths of an inch end float now. If we had 18 thou, we could buy a set of 10 thou oversized bearings, and that would bring us back to within specifications. So there is options if that's out, but certainly check it. Yeah, you're here to do the best of your ability, so go with it. Get it as close as you can anyway.